In today's video, I'm going to show you how to switch your old light fixture to something new just like this. Let's get started. The first thing you're going to want to do is make sure to turn your power off. So what I did here is I used my voltage tester pen just to check before I turned it off. I confirmed that it beeped and it turned red, and then I went to my breaker box, turned that switch for this particular breaker, and then I tested it again just to make sure the power was off. Next, I used an 8mm wrench to take off some of the nuts that were holding the old fixture in place. After I finally got those off, I pulled the old fixture off, and it was a disgusting mess. So I cleaned that up a little bit, and then I undid the wire nuts that were holding the fixture to the wires coming out of the wall. The bracket used to secure the old fixture in place wasn't quite compatible with the new fixture, so I went ahead and removed the old one and installed the new one. And generally, when you buy a new fixture from a store like Home Depot, which is where I got mine, it'll actually include one of these brackets in the kit, so you don't need to buy this separately. Once the bracket is secured in place, it's time to go ahead and get your wires all connected. So the first thing you're going to want to do is wrap the bare copper wire around the green ground screw on the bracket. Go ahead and screw this down and get that nice and tight. And then you're going to use a wire nut to secure that bare copper wire to either another bare copper wire coming out of the wall or possibly a green coated wire coming out of the wall. And that's going to be your ground wire. I used some pliers to twist it together first, and then I used a wire nut just to secure it. And once I pulled it to make sure it was nice and snug, I tucked it inside the box. Next, you're going to follow the same process with the white wires and then next with the black wires. So just go ahead and twist them together, twist on a wire nut, pull on them a little bit to make sure it's nice and secure, and tuck it inside the box. When you do this, just make sure that you have good contact between the bare copper parts of each wire when you twist it together. And then when you use the wire nut, make sure you're securing that over any of the bare wires that you could see. Once you get those all tucked into place, it's time to go ahead and install the fixture. For this particular model, it was pretty easy. I just slid it onto the screws, and then it came with some small decorative nuts that I screwed onto each end. And that's all there was to it. Next, I went ahead and installed the bottom section of the fixture and then screwed in a light bulb. And your fixture should now be all secured on the wall. The only step left is to go ahead and flip back on the breaker that you turned off earlier. Now just flip the light switch inside, make sure they're working, and you can enjoy a beautiful new front patio for your house. One last step that I highly recommend is adding a little bit of silicone where the fixture meets the wall. This will help keep the box protected from any bugs or water that may be exposed to. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, please go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment, and check out some of the other content on my channel.